Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Well, it has been quite a while since I put up a video. There have been several reasons for this. It's been summer, I've been lazy, and I've had a great number of computer problems. Hopefully everything's alright now. Oh, also internet problems. So here we are, back again. And I have upgraded to the Abomination, which is 0.15. I'm going to be complaining about it a lot in this video, but I don't really hate it that much. Although I will say that I don't really like the direction crawl is going in now, and somebody should rescue the code and take it in the opposite direction. I think make it more complicated rather than simpler, because the long and the short of it is getting to be a more streamlined game. Okay, yeah, we'll stick with Oneiro there. A nice ancient Greek word, and maybe it's a modern Greek word too. I think we'll go for something generic and fairly easy. How about a Demonspawn Wizard? Yeah, that sounds alright. Probably not going to be a long video, but we'll see how far we get. Let's focus on conjurations first, and off we go. Some things I like a lot. I like the oops, extra step there. And there is a glowing short sword, and it's cursed. Probably not going to be a big deal, but let's read the scroll. It's an identify, and there's nothing to identify, so we wasted it. Okay, I'm just checking our attributes there. I like the graphical tiles. I like the new graphics. They're quite nice. They did a pretty good job with those. Let's put on this amulet. It's stasis. Remove it, please, and just throw it on the ground. One of the main reasons you choose a wizard is so you have access to blink right away. Or more or less right away. Okay, it's time to run. We're out of mana. Our magic dart is weak. And this is an enemy that's not to be taken lightly. We also have a cursed sword, so there's... Oh, that was a bad move. Okay, I managed to fight him off with the cursed sword, and we got a demonic guardian, which is actually a very good mutation to get. So we'll get a little imp that comes to our aid sometimes. Let's pick up a better sword. Although... well, I'll pick up a better sword for now. To be fair, we're a demon spawn, so we can train any weapon. I'm used to playing elves. And elves have good attributes for swords, so I usually go for them. And that brings me to another point, is that the weapons are all more or less identified now. When you see something lying around and it doesn't have a rune or it's not glowing, you know it's a +0. I know this is a +0 cloak. And sure, that saves time in normal play. Some people would also say, you know, that saves a lot of headache. But to me, it just has the effect of making the dungeon seem very, very less interesting, smaller. Before, I could take the time and check these things out. You know, maybe that cloak is a +2, maybe it doesn't. It made the dungeon seem a lot more interesting to me, a lot bigger, a lot deeper. You could sacrifice the time and check everything out lying around. I found it like it was a bit of a mini game. You could just have a feeling about an item. You know, I like the feeling about that one. I'm just going to check it out, and it was nice to be rewarded being right and having it a +2, or being punished and it being a cursed and -3, whatever. That whole game is gone now. That whole aspect of the play is finished now. And I think that's a big mistake. Get our strength up. We shouldn't have actually gone for strength there. We should have just gone for intelligence. But that's okay. We'll memorize blink. There we go. It's okay because as a demon spawn... Actually, no, I should have gone for intelligence. I was just going to say we could change this into whatever character we wanted, but with those attributes it's a little tough. You're a little stuck on wizard with that much. Okay, let's run away here with that much intelligence and that little in the way of strength. Try Mephitic Cloud. There we go. And that took him out. Is anybody else coming? No. We'll just chop him up here. And that brings me to point number 2. I don't know why, but the removal of contaminated chunks really bothers me. Again, it just makes the dungeon feel smaller, less interesting. I don't really understand how contaminated chunks can be interesting to me, but there you have it. And let's get this axe. We'll waste a turn here while Terrence is bearing down on us. We've only got one shot at our Mephitic Cloud at this point, but a bat has come between us, so that sort of saves us. Let's go up and read some of these scrolls. Hopefully we can get rid of the curse. Teleportation, enchant armor. Let's do the hats. Enchant weapon. Well, might as well do the short sword. Get rid of it. And let's drop it. We'll use the war axe for now. Back down. Probably not a good idea to have gone down that stairwell, but I have a feeling we'll pull it off. Let's see if we can get a Mephitic Cloud up. Nope. It's alright. Terrence is now behind the cockroach, and that's okay too. As an elf, I'd worry more about this situation, but as a demon spawn, you're a little more tough. Oh, just die. Try another Mephitic Cloud. There we go. He's nice and confused now. And I'll hack away with my axe until he's dead. So I got a point of strength there, which completely wasted my... not wasted, it's okay to have 9 strength, but I would have rather had 20 intelligence at this point. For some odd reason... Oh, I can't pick up the mace because it is holy, and I am demonic. We all have crosses we have to bear. I don't know if to call that a pun or what. Let's lay down a bit of a fire. We don't have fire yet, so we'll use our magic dart. And proceed immediately to memorize our fire cloud. I haven't been playing crawl that much, so I'm a little out of practice. Be prepared for a hasty death, an early death. And speaking of which, another thing I really despise, you can no longer put a conjure flame on trees and start forest fires. I'm not sure why they did that. Again, it just reduces one of the mechanics in the game. It was always a great pleasure to me. I'm not sure if I ever did it in a video, but crazy youth, lure him out and start a forest fire and make him walk right through it. But we can't do that anymore. Let's drop some of this rubbish here. Which brings me to another point. There are no carry weights to items anymore. Yet again, another mechanic that has been taken out of the game. It's probably worth going with the staff over the axe. They just seem to do a good amount of damage. And I think, as far as gods go, I'll be going with Vehement. So staff is probably a good thing to carry around. Let's back off. and slowly approach Sigmund. Here is our imp, which unfortunately gets in the way of our mephitic cloud. Yes, yes, he'll be fine. I didn't confuse him, did I? No. Okay. And now we can hack away with our, or bash away with our staff and kill him. Conjurations is up to 5 now. Let's go for air magic and just get our mephitic cloud up and running. It might be worth putting spellcasting on for a little bit too, but actually it isn't. So we'll get air magic up to 2 or 3 and continue on. Orcs. Let's try to casually hang around the corner and wake them up. As few of them as possible. Let's go around here. Wait for them to come around the corner. We are close to starving, which is probably not optimal at this point, and we're starving. Let's eat the slice of pizza. I should have had my eye on that. There we go. A good few bashes with the staff finished him off. And the staff, again, is one of the best weapons you can have in early game with no skill whatsoever. Let's hit them with a mephitic cloud. Another one. And get bashy with our staff. Save some mana in case something goes terribly wrong. But that's only going to be 1 mana, so let's just retreat while we can. Close the door and rest up a little bit. Being a creature such as a Demonspawn, you have to play a little more conservatively as a wizard. Staff bashing is highly recommended. And I'm not getting any corpses to eat. Let's pick up the leather armor and put it on. Drop the robe. Speaking of corpses, that's another thing I don't really like about this. You can no longer pick up corpses. There's no corpse will eat them. And again, it's just the same complaint. Another small mechanic. Even if I never used it, I knew it was there, and that made all the difference. Okay. Let's see if we can confuse them. I'm not sure what hit me. Oh, I got smitten. There's a priest. Okay, let's back off around the corner and rest up a little bit. See if we can disable the priest here. We've just blown through all our mana in 2 miscasts. We'll order our imp to attack the priest and back off a little bit. Maybe our imp will do some good work there. There we go. I hardly think it's necessary to memorize Call Imp. Okay, eat the corpse and drop the contaminated chunks. We have a ring we haven't tried. Let's try that on. Ring of Slaying. Excellent. Rings of Slaying are nice. We'll keep that on. That'll do wonders for our melee. It's always a good idea when you play a class like this that doesn't have great aptitudes for magic, especially when you're not training spellcasting, to save as much as possible. Mephitic Cloud is at 17% and our magic dart is not yet at full power, so let's put conjurations back on and get our Mephitic Cloud sorted out. Up we go immediately. We'll blink and hopefully eat the orc corpse. There we go. And again, all the complaints I'm making about this this version, they're small things. I actually made a video, intelligence please, I actually made a video over the weekend as an Earth Elementalist, but I didn't like it, so I didn't put it up. And one thing I remarked upon on that video is Earth Elementalists have gained sort of an unexpected bonus, because all darts are now taken out of the dungeon, and everything is stones. That gives an Earth Elementalist, makes it, I think, one of the easiest starts, because no longer do you really have to worry about running out of stones. They're lying around everywhere. Air magic is at 3, that goes off, and spellcasting on. If our magic dart's at full power, which it is, spellcasting on, and let's get some dodging and at least a couple points of armor, because this looks tempting. A good item like this early in the game can really change things. Let's try it on. -1, intelligence 3, and strength +3. I'm going to say that's worth wearing. -1 isn't that big a deal, but intelligence +3 is at this point. Let's get repel missiles, and we'll continue training those 3. Back off a little bit, we'll cloud them, and then wade in with our staff. There we go. I probably shouldn't have stepped towards him there, but that's okay. Let's just back off. I don't like this situation. We'll get our Quasit to attack the priest. Throw up a cloud in that little intersection there. I think another one is in order, but we're out of mana. And things have suddenly taken a turn for the worse. Let's see if we can duck around the corner here. We need another point of mana badly. One more smite is going to take me out. I have nowhere to go, really. Might be time to quaff that potion of haste, so let's do that. Where is the priest? It all depends on where the priest is. I must hit him with a mephitic cloud, so I don't want to be surrounded by these jackals. I'm going to try and bash this jackal with a staff. That worked. I got another point of mana during that turn, so let's see if we can disable the priest. We couldn't. And there goes all my mana. Let's just attack the priest with the staff. Okay, we got him. That was close. And there's a slimy robe. Wasted the potion of haste there a little bit, but that's alright. I needed to do something. Okay, we killed the ogre. And I wonder if the imp took some of my experience there. We've got slimy green scales as well. I didn't see that mutation crop up, but I figured something like that was going to happen. Let's continue to look for a remove curse scroll. Recharging. Remove curse. There we go. Try on this slimy robe. -3 robe of egalitarianism. Yeah, let's get rid of the egalitarianism there. Waste our last remove curse scroll, and the leather armor is far superior. Not only does it provide a slight boost to armor class or resistance, it also gives us +3 strength and intelligence. I'm sure we'll eventually find something better. Might be worth beginning to identify these potions too. Knowing my potions in that last situation, I would have given me a lot more confidence. Okay. What are we training? Armor and dodging. Armor can go up to about 3, 4, and then it goes off. Gotta keep in mind those imps get in the way of mephitic clouding. As helpful as they are. There we go. We are starting to gain some power now. The Ring of Slaying is doing a lot of good for our staff work. Even though we have absolutely no skill in staves or staves. Might be worth putting a point in there actually. I'm going to drop armor at 2. That's good enough for now. And let's put a point. Get our staff a little better there. Eventually I'm sure we'll find an enchanter staff or channeling staff. Dodging at level 3. Out of mana? Oh, we're not. Okay. Oh, we have 2 imps. Nice. Send them off to their death against the ogre. More where that came from. It's probably also worth casting repel missiles at this point. That'll just stay on, as weak as it is at the moment. It's much better having that active than not. Our magic dart is starting to make short work of the orcs. Ooh, whites. Back off, recover mana. Back off. Blink, blink. Mephitic cloud 'em, and staff bashing. There we go. Didn't work out exactly as I planned, but 2 more of them. Let's throw down a cloud. Good. Our feet have thickened and deformed. That means we have cloven feet. We got a point of intelligence, which is good. And also a wand, which we will try out. Magic darts. It's worth keeping. Oh, 1 more white. Wonderful. Luckily he was easy enough to take out. Some of them seem to have a lot of hit points. They're difficult to take out with magic dart. You want to try and avoid being drained as much as possible. 1 or 2 drainings isn't going to do you much harm. But consecutive drainings can really wipe you out now. There is a whip. That might be worth checking out. Oh. I like the new helmet graphics, and I'm always I always think that they're ruined or artifact helmets. But it's just the plain old helmet graphics now. Let's just wait for this guy to ponder up to us here and make him walk through fire. Dodging goes up. Spell casting is... Let's turn staffs off. And we might as well try the whip. Ooh, whip of electrocution. That's actually very good. Yes, we'll keep that. Okay, retreating is in order. First we will order our imp to attack Minkari. We have to back off here. We can duck around the corner and he's going to be occupied, so we should be alright. There we go. Our Ring of Flight got cursed, but that's alright. That's the price we have to pay for taking him out. Another ogre. Shouldn't be a problem. Spellcasting's up to 5, dodging is up to 4.5. We'll stick with that for now. Actually, let's get translocations up a little bit. What's our blink failure rate? 12%. That could be a little better. And there's the temple. Guarded by a pack of orcs, which fall immediately to my magic dart. And there's Veomet. Ooh, no Sif Muna, okay. We could go for Kiku too. We could. It's our necromancy. It's a +1. A necromancer would actually be interesting. Let's do it. Just for a change. And now we have to wait for a Kiku book, so we're going to be a wizard for now on, or for a while. Until I believe we'll get our first book fairly early from Kiku, so... do we have to sacrifice? I don't think so. No. Okay, good. Let's let the wizard come at us, disable him, make the rest of them walk through the cloud. Where are my imps? You'd think I'd have some imps during a fight like that. So we're just going to have to gain Kiku piety by good old-fashioned slaughter of our enemies. Our mana pool is getting nice and workable. We'll get translocations up to 2. We can't start training necromancy yet, but hopefully there'll be a low-level spell in our first spell book. Necromancer's probably a pretty good choice for... we'll go for this orc first. Smack him down. For Demonspawn, because we do have the capability to melee. Can we train it? We can. But wait. We don't have a necromancy spell. Is that something they changed? It is. Oh, the horror. Okay, well. Apparently now you can train things even though you have no ability to train them. So we should be able to train, for instance, axes, no? Long blades? Let's try that. We can't. Nor can we train transmutations. Maybe simply worshipping Kiku gives us the ability to train necromancy. Because we certainly can't train anything else. Alright, good enough. And there's Sif Muna. We have picked up a few scrolls. Let's try them out. Forget. That's going to be valuable. Random uselessness. And enchant weapon. Our whip is +1. We'll hold on to it for now. Let's climb the stairs. Disable him with a mephitic cloud and eat his corpse. Pick another stairwell. That one doesn't look particularly inviting. Let's just get them all mephitic clouded. Ow. That axe did a lot of damage. I think we'll pick them off with magic dart. First the wizard. Then just the orc. But we're running out of mana. So let's back off. Okay. Managed to electrocute him. Carefully choose another staircase down. This one looks okay. And let's see what dungeon level 7 brings us. Let's back off behind our little summon there. Put up a flame cloud and just let them wander into it foolishly. Necromancy's at 2. We don't have a use for it yet, so 1 into fire magic maybe. No, we will have a use for necromancy, so let's keep training that. And we might want to train maces and flails. Or do we want to stick with staffs? Let's train maces and flails. But one thing at a time. Maces and flails up a little bit. We'll turn off dodging for a little bit and we'll ease off on necromancy. We'll get maces and flails up to about 3 or 4. Because this the brand on this whip is excellent and... Ow. It works so well in conjunction with... Stop getting bitten by that hound. It works so well in conjunction with Mephitic Cloud. It's a great mana saver. You can just wade on in. Receive cadavers from Kiku, and we've received a gift, so let's pick that up. Back off. And hopefully use our gift to kill Blork the Orc. Pain. Excellent. Corpse Rot I've never found much use for. Draining certainly has vast uses. And we're certainly going to get sublimation of blood as soon as possible as well. There we go. How to arrange this? I think let's macro a pain to the plus key. Redefine macro action. What was pain? Was it H? F. Oh, okay. Plus is sublimation of blood. That's all right. And we'll just keep pain on F. That's not too difficult to press. And have they changed sublimation of blood? I think they might have. Let's just see. That's right. You don't need chunks. I don't think you need to wield chunks anyway. Let's try it. Nope. Okay. It hurts us, but... You don't need to wield chunks. Excellent. It's good to know. I'll get out of the way, Imp. Level 9, intelligence up. And we'll let our Imp there do its work. And good work it did. Here come the gnolls, along with Blork the Orc. So let's put up a fire cloud there. There we go. See if we can hold these gnolls at bay. Another one's coming from here. Wade in a little bit and see what we can do. Bit of a messy situation. I want to keep my the area to the right of me clear for retreating. Yeah, good idea to get poison there. Let's go with vampiric draining. We're almost out of magic. Let's just back off. We've got 3 of these guys after us. Good old mephitic cloud saves the day. Excellent. Yes, maces and flails is proving to be pretty useful. Necromancy certainly should be going up as well. And that's good. I'm pretty happy with that. Sorry, Blork. Your time is limited. Electrocuted. Excellent. I'm pretty happy with my spellbook gift. We could have got Animate Skeleton. That would be nice. Book of Burglary. Swiftness would come in handy. I've always wanted to use Passage of Galubria, but I haven't really figured it out. Let's get Swiftness for now, though. That means we have a few more spell schools to train, but we'll get around to it. For now, the most important thing is having Blink up and running. That's what we'll use as our get out of jail free card when we're in a nasty situation. Maybe we'll play around with Passage of Galubria later. Fighting, it would be nice to raise as well, but we'll hold off on that. Training a Demonspawn is fairly slow business. What we have now is working very well, so let's just continue with it. And it's nice to get a mana channeling ability so quickly. I think that's a welcome change to Sublimation of Blood as well. I mean, taking the time to... That's the sort of streamlining I like. Taking the time to wield a chunk, cast the spell. Oops. Blink, please. Disable him. Electrocute him. He's still around somewhere. And it might be time to start using Pain a little more often. That will do a lot more damage. Eventually I'm going to swap out Pain for Magic Dart. Actually, I might do that now. That's a good... I just found a good key for Magic Dart. I'll probably never remember to press it. Use the delete key. Said F executes. Okay. So now if they're out of range, I can use Magic Darts. Step around the corner here. Hit him with Mephitic Cloud. I hit him with our Whip. And down he goes. We've picked up a couple rings. The Ring of Slaying is definitely useful. We don't have any remove curses, so let's go through a few of our potions now. 2 potions of Cure Mutation is very useful. I'm not sure if they'll cure our Demonspawn mutations. Probably not. Heal wounds, that's one I've been looking for. And flight, more flight. If I ever have to fly, I'm in good hands. Okay, we'll just paint them down. The range of Pain isn't as good as Magic Dart. But at this point it does significantly more damage. Not to demons, however. You're supposed to be a kindred spirit, demon. Why are you attacking me? I think they also took out corrosion, which seems an odd choice to me, but who knows what's in the mind of the crawl devs. Here's that glowing flail. Might be worth checking out. Crushing, that is nowhere near as good as electrocution. We'll go for a confusion and a whipping. Necromancy up to level 4. We're really coming along here. This is looking to be a pretty good character. Growing rapidly in power. We've got some pretty good mutations. We've got a nice variety of spells. Spell casting can probably go off fairly soon. Everything is hungerless now. Our mana pool is just about big enough. Let's get spell casting up to a little higher. Okay, he'll eventually decide to walk through. There he goes. Hungry ghosts tend to pause a little bit before walking through flame. What do we have here? A lair entrance, do we? Yep, that's a real lair entrance. Okay. Use our pain to take out the worker ants. Good. And that's a nice early lair. Level 8. Can't complain about that. Another little bit of luck we've managed in the dungeon here. Yeah, pain. Let's fit cloud him, disable him. Oh, I really want to summon legions of undead, but we don't have the spell for it yet. Do we have a remove curse? No. Okay, into the lair. Oh, this is a bit of a nasty lair entrance, isn't it? Well, we're just going to have to pull them up one at a time. Luckily, we're armed with Blink, which pretty much makes all the difference in the world. Go get him. Haha. A little bit of experience there. And down to face the yaks. I'm not too concerned about the yaks, but we will put on swiftness first, even though we have absolutely no skill in it. Yes, put up a fire cloud, and now we're going to have to start draining. Good, good. Maces and flails up a little bit. The yak is fresh. Our swiftness is just worn out. The yak foolishly blundered into the fire and is getting whipped with electrocution. Good. That worked out beautifully. Oh, another yak. In you go. Our necromancy is gaining in power, and so is our maces and flails. I like the cross-training now. You don't actually have to train it. It just goes up by itself. We're a little less skilled in staves, but that's fine. We can always pick one up and use one. As far as spell casting goes, I'm tempted to turn that off now. Do we have 24? We'll turn it off when we have 25 mana. Another yak. I think he can just be safely whipped. There we go. And the last one. Level 10. A protective shroud around our flesh. When hurt, damage is shared between your health and your magic reserves. I'm not too sure how keen I am on that one, but it's not like I have much of a choice. I think that sort of mutation probably lends me to want to. It'll probably influence me to train the weapon up a little more. As a caster, you are so reliant on your mana. Although I do have Sublimation of Blood, I can always channel it back if I need to. Let's see what the scroll is. There are some new scrolls in the game. Brand weapon. Okay, let's try the staff. Quarterstaff of Protection, huh? I like that. That's not bad. Armor class up to 11 from 6. We'll stick with the whip for now, but that might be something worth considering later. But the whip is really just doing such excellent work. We should be getting another gift from Kiku fairly soon. And I'm looking forward to it. I've always had a hard time starting Necromancers. Spiny Frog, huh? What can kill him? Draining can kill him. Conjure Flame can kill him. Well, Pain and Drain. That worked out. Necromancy up to 6. Our power grows. Actually, that was a bit of an unintended but oddly coincidental name I chose for this character. I'm not sure if you know what a Neuromancy is, but it was used hand in hand with Necromancy back in ancient Greece. I am at the moment reading a book called The Hellenic Tradition. Kratos, The Hellenic Tradition, by Gwendolyn Taunton, or edited by Gwendolyn Taunton. Very interesting stuff. Spellcasting up to level 8. Okay. Let's turn that off for now. We'll get some fighting since we want to be a little more tanky. And some dodging. No, we'll just go for fighting. And then we'll start to work on dodging. Carefully build up all aspects of this character, but Necromancy must stay on. That's going to be our bread and butter. Even though it seems like the whip is our bread and butter. Let's see if any of them are smart enough to go around. Looks like they are. We'll just put up a bunch of flame clouds here. We will drain. Yes, let's drain. We don't have much choice other than to hit with our whip, which is doing excellent work. Okay, good. Necromancy up to 7. Rest up a little bit. And I must say I'm enjoying playing this this character quite a bit. What do we have here? Oh. I don't like the looks of that Komodo dragon. Is he confused? Let's have our minions attack the Komodo dragon. Looks like he's able to be confused, so we'll wade in with our whip. Oop. Drain the Komodo dragon. Drain both of them. Okay, our fighting's up to level 3. Our hit points are going up. This is proving to be a very nice build for this character. What was that? A staff. Let's just check that out. If it's a staff of necromancy, we can be happy. It's a staff of power. A staff of power. That can't replace the whip. I'm sorry, staff of power. Usually I love staffs of power, but the whip is too important. Blink. Get him a fit of cloud on him. Sublimation of blood. Didn't do anything. There we go. Channel. Ow. Did I do that to myself? Suppose I did. Okay, back off. I'm going to drain him for some mana back. There we go. And Komodo dragons are now perfectly edible. Let's check out these 3 unidentified scrolls, magic mapping, and what a nice looking lair level this is. There's probably other nasties in the water up here. Oh, apparently not. Okay. How are we doing in training? Fighting's going up. Good. Maybe I'd actually consider this my first real successful Necromancer run. And I have had quite a bit of luck. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Good mutations. Get out of there, silly demon. Let's just back off a little bit. They're all coming now. Disable the ones I can, and let's get out of here. Drain, whip. As long as we can take them on more or less one at a time, we should be alright. Necromancy up to 8. Drain, drain, drain. He's gone. Sublimation of blood. Sublimation of blood works nicely with draining. Sublimation of blood. Drain, 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 drain. And there's our second gift. Excellent. Let's see what we have. Guide on evil magic. Corpse Rot might be something worth getting. Now here's a pretty good spell. I'm not sure how to use it though. Let's see what we have here. Animate dead, definitely. Excruciating wounds is certainly something worth considering. Agony is something worth considering. Dispel Undead is worth considering. Let's just pick up Animate Dead immediately. And animate these guys. There we go. Now you're in trouble. Fighting's at level 4. That's good enough for now. We'll eat this guy. And I'm filled with confidence now that I have my army behind me. Animate dead again, and just whip him to death. And they just keep coming, don't they? There's nothing much to worry about now. Well, famous last words. But I feel very confident surrounded by my worker ants. Oh, there's the queen. Get her, boys. What can we do here? We can paint her. We can whip her. Yes, let's just whip her until we take some damage. And then proceed to drain. And she's dead. Reanimate her. And all these hounds, which came from somewhere. Let's check our spell hunger levels. Animate Dead still has hunger associated with it, so we might want to turn spellcasting back on. Although it's not necessarily a spell that we cast too often. Okay, fighting will get up to 5, and then we're going to start training something a little more defensive, namely dodging. Let's eat, please. There we go. And down we go. Another scroll of brand weapon. Pain and drain. Maces and flails to level 7. That can go off for now. Bunch of yaks, and we know how to deal with yaks around here. Let's just put up some fire clouds and let them blunder into it. Don't even have to fight them, but we can raise them to do our bidding. Excellent. Excellent. Actually, I have run another very successful Necromancer before. I still have him, I think, in my characters. I think he finished the lair. But I had a spell called Twisted Resurrection, which I found incredibly overpowered. I just walked around with these monstrosities that I created, and they basically just destroyed everything for me. Again, I'm not a big fan of summoning type builds, so I haven't abandoned the character. I imagine I'll get around to him someday, but yeah, let's just stand back here and let's just get out of here. Might be worth... There we go. He fell into the lava. Silly, silly. Do we want spellcasting back on yet? Fighting's at 5.7. Might as well get it up to 6 at this point. We're up to 81 hit points. I'm hardly using Magic Dart at all now. It might be time to get rid of it, but maybe not. It's not doing any harm there. We have a very good complement of spells. It's nice to start with the Wizard's Spellbook and get your utility spells and then segue into whatever you want. In this case, Necromancy. Blink Frogs. Okay, we don't want to be there. We don't want to be here either. Drain the Blink Frog, and we're going to now drain the crocodile if we can catch him. There we go. So apparently sublimation of... Oh, what's this? A rod. Rod of the Shadows. It looks like it summons It's a summoning rod, I believe. This rod creates, yeah, it's a shadow creature rod. We don't want it. Could buy a Rod of the Shadows. I mean, it's a good rod, there's nothing wrong with it. But I'd like to do the damage with my whip. Yeah, let's drop that, and we're starting to collect quite a bit of inventory here. Let's kill him. Kill him. Oh, let's kill them both. Okay, resurrect him. Resurrect him. There we go. Alright. Oh, it's been an hour. I think it's time to leave the video for here for now. Let's identify everything we can. First of all, we'll remove the curse and not drop the Ring of Flight, but take it off. Ring of Ice, Ring of Invisibility, Ring of Protection. Protection and Slaying we'll keep on. Let's see if we can identify some of these potions. There's a million of them too. Potion of Cancellation, which is a new potion. It'll basically cancel any debuffs that are on you. Potion of Mutation. And we've got one last go at it. Let's go for you. Potion of Degeneration that can be dropped. What else can we get rid of here? We might as well make a stash. We're at lair level 4 now. Well, let's just finish up this level. Scroll of Identify. We're going to use that immediately. And identify another potion. Whip, whip, whip. Drain. There we go. Resurrect him to serve my to serve me. Lignification. And one of these evil orange rats. I hate them. I can drain them. Oh, there's lots of them. Alright, let's just confuse as many as we can and wade in with our whip. Let's eat something. And eat something more substantial. Alright. More yaks. We'll get up a fire cloud. And just let them blunder in. What happened to my fire? Fighting's up to 6. We're going to turn dodging back on. We are more or less having no problem at all fighting yaks hand to hand. There we go. But it's always good to have a little more dodging. I'm not sure what's making us so tough. Let's check out the staff. Staff of Poison. That can be dropped. Let's wield our whip. I'm almost at the point of dropping the Staff of Protection too. Eat the dog. Whip down the Basilisk and resurrect him. Drain the Spiny Frog. Necromancy's up to level 10. Excellent. And we found an amulet, finally. Let's see what it is. Faith. Alright. Well, it's good enough. That just means we'll get our Necronomicon soon. Or our pain weapon. Might be worth getting a pain weapon. Oh yes, I said I was going to finish the video here. Okay. Might as well do that. Let's just test these rods first, or these wands. What do we have here? Enslavements. Hasting, that's a good one. Up we go. And deal with my army. Okay. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. It's good to be back. And I'm enjoying this run. It's something I don't usually do, so I'm quite happy to be doing it. So you can look forward to a new video very soon. I've been a little out of practice with making videos, so if my commentary is not up to par, please excuse me. It's something that gets better with practice and starts to fade with disuse. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.